grade 10A. Today I am going to explain about excretory system. What is excretion? Excretion is an important life process when nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urine is removed from our body. These nitrogenous waste are produced due to metabolic activities. Metabolic activities produce energy in our body. The main excretory organ in our body is kidney. They occurs in pair and lie on either side of spinal cord. Now let's see about parts of excretory system. Excretory system consists kidney, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. Kidney, they are bean-shaped in structure. It helps to filter blood and maintain salt and water level. And from kidney passes through ureter and gets stored in urinary bladder. Urinary bladder stores about 500 to 700 ml of urine. And urethra is a pipe-like structure where urine is excreted from our body. Thank you.
And happy greetings. This is Rani Priyanidar from grade 10th Acharya Bal Shiksha Mandir, IIT Chikma campus. And today I am here to explain about nephron. So nephron is the structural and the functional unit of kidney. It is called the structural unit of kidney because each kidney of a human being is made up of millions of nephron cells, and it's called the functional unit of kidney because it performs important function of kidney such as filtration of blood and removal of nitrogenous waste is carried out by the nephron. Nephron is around 30 to 35 millimeter long, and nephron is mainly divided into two parts. The first part is the Malpighian corpuscle, which consists of the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule. And the second part is the renal tubule, which consists of the proximal convoluted tubule and the loop of Henle and distal convoluted tubule. So this is the diagram of nephron. So the two blood vessels which are associated with nephron are the efferent atriole and the efferent atriole. So the efferent atriole is a branch of renal artery and it is responsible for carrying oxygenated blood to the nephron. And the efferent atriole is a branch of renal vein and it is responsible for carrying the deoxygenated blood away from the nephron. So this is the glomerulus. The glomerulus is just a bunch of capillaries which is present in the cavity of Bowman's capsule, and Bowman's capsule is a double cup-shaped like structure and it's a folded part of the nephron. The next part is the proximal convoluted tubule, and it is connected from the Bowman's capsule till the loop of Henle, and it is the main site of reabsorption in nephron. Next we have the loop of Henle, which consists of two parts. The first one is the descending limb of loop of Henle, and the second part is the ascending limb of loop of Henle. So this descending one will be thin and it will be permeable to water, whereas the ascending limb will be thick and impermeable to water. The next we have is the distal convoluted tubule. It will connect the ascending limb to the collecting duct. Now this collecting duct is a common collecting duct. Every nephron of our kidney will be connected to this collecting duct. So the urine which is formed in a nephron will be carried through this collecting duct into the pelvis region of kidney, and from there it will be carried through the ureter into the urinary bladder and then excreted out of our body through the urethra. So now let's discuss the function of the nephron. So nephron mainly consists of three functions. The first one is the ultrafiltration, which takes place in the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule. So this efferent atriole will have the blood with a very high pressure, whereas the efferent atriole will have blood with very low pressure. So to maintain this osmotic pressure, some substances will come out of the bunch of capillaries which is collected as the filtrate. So this process is called ultrafiltration. The filtrate of glomerulus will contain glucose, amino acids and some other salts and water. So the filtrate will move from the Bowman's capsule into the PCT. In the PCT, sodium ions, potassium ions, calcium ions, glucose and amino acids will reabsorb, and then it will move to the loop of Henle. In the descending limb, water will again get reabsorbed into the blood, and then in the ascending limb, there will be no movement of water, but some salts will again get reabsorbed into the blood. And then we have the distal convoluted tubule where the secretions of substance will take place. So the secretions can involve hydrogen ion secretion, ammonia, uric acid and urea. So these are some harmful substances which will again get secreted back into the blood, and then it will move to the collecting duct. So a healthy normal human body produces 180 liter of filtrate, out of which only 1 to 2 liter of filtrate is excreted out of our body. Thank you.
Happy greetings. This is Muskan Muhammad Ali from grade 10th here to give recall of what we have learned overall. So, the process in which the nitrogenous waste or the toxic waste is released from our body is called excretion. So, there are kidney is our main excretory organ in our body. Kidney helps to filter the blood and balance salt and water solution. Kidney has three parts: ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. Kidney consists of many numerous basic structural units called nephron. Nephron has 5 parts. Glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. These parts helps in the filtration of the blood, and proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, and loop of Henle helps in the selective reabsorption. Thank you.